Woo, I love it, love it, love it. Good morning, good morning. It is Friday, and it is the first Friday of the week for 2021. Yes, 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 yes. This is the Diamond Factor Experience with Barbara Beckley and experts. So I hope everybody's doing awesome today. You just don't know. I'm just like a little kid in the candy store. I always say that. Every time I come on, every time the show comes on, I just get so excited. Not so much because I just come on, but there's just so many experts and people that come on and give us so much good stuff. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I tell people take these little wisdom, take the skills, take what's coming to you because that's how we grow. And this year, I mean, one thing I want to say real quickly is to let everybody know, talk about growing and getting skills. We need to look for those opportunities, those new opportunities that's out there for you. A lot of you are like, well, what opportunities, Barbara? We're in a pandemic. No, 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 no. See, that's when you're thinking wrong. What I say, the word flip it. When you're thinking that negative, that little negative zone going on, that little gremlins in the back of your head, you have to say to yourself, well, wait. What do I have in me? What was I saying? What did I tell everybody just this past Wednesday and this Monday? You have to keep that inner PPD, what I always say, your purpose, passion, and drive. That's your foundation. So when all that crazy stuff is going on, then you have to dig deep inside and say, wait a minute, I'm still here. This is me. I need to look for different avenues. I need to look for more opportunities because I know that I have to create an impact. So you can't create an impact if you're talking about, well, I don't know. I don't know if there's any opportunities. Yes, there are huge opportunities out there. In fact, there's more opportunities now than there was before because everything's kind of wide open right now. Everybody's like on the same playing field. That's what I keep telling people. So use this time, use this experience, use what you're dealing with to move forward, to move you forward, to press forward. I know sometimes, and I'm not a robot. We're not robots. We're humans. Thank God for that. We have feelings and we have emotions. So we're gonna deal with stuff and we're gonna go through things. I get it. I always tell people let it out, have that time to do that, but then always remember in here that you have a force to be reckoned with, and you can just push through. Just look for those opportunities and learn from the people that are coming to you. They're coming with their heart and soul. You never know. I mean, and I tell people, I said, everybody that comes on this panel, everybody that comes in this show, yeah, we deal with stuff. We go through this. We go through our ups and downs, but we know we dig a little bit deeper because we know what we have in us is going to save and help and impact others. So we have to push along. And plus, when we're pushing along, this doesn't help other people, but it helps ourselves. It does. It gets us motivated again. So with that, I want to leave you with some before we start. I was talking to a lady, a wonderful lady the other day, and we were having a little pep talk. And she said, Barbara, I received this quote because she was in a seminar or something. And they told her, they said, if you don't break out, you will remain bound up. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of deep. I said, if you don't break out, you will remain bound up. And I was like, And she said anything. She said it could be relationships, it could be on a job, it could be your business. If you don't break out of what you're going through, if something's holding you back and it's not having you move forward, you're going to continue to be bound up. And I don't know about you, but I don't like being bound up. I don't like being, if there's somebody, even if somebody like holds me real tight for a while, I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta break out here. I gotta break out. So don't let things around you, especially the negative things, bind you up. You have to break out. Like I said, you got that in you. You gotta push forward. So remember that. I love that. That reminded me that I got to keep it going, keep it moving. Remind me I got to encourage others. I got to be there for others. And with that, we are going to start right now.
I'm hanging on your every word. The love inside, I feel it burn. I've never felt this way before. I've had a taste, now I want more. So here we are, just you and me. I'm overwhelmed when you touch me. You talk so sweet, I hear the sound. 'Cause when you do, my feet won't touch the ground. My feet won't touch the ground.
Love it, love it, love it. So I want to remind everybody before we bring our awesome, awesome expert on today. I'm so glad she's back. Miss Madeline. Ooh, I can't wait. I know she has some juicy stuff, and she is down in the virtual green room waiting to come on up. But before we do that, I want to remember everything. I love you. You know, I have all like these little plaques and everything around my house that I have. So I just want everybody to know that you got this. You got this. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, remember you got this. Dig deep. Remember who you are. Believe in you boldly. Whatever you're dealing with, you got it. So with that, let's bring on Miss Queen. You know I call ladies queens, and she is royalty. Here she comes. And remember, take notes. I know she has something good for today. Here we go.
Nice. Good morning, Barbara. Thank you so much. I'm back here jamming to the music. It feels so good. I'm loving it. It's giving me energy. And yes, you said something that I love. You've got this. We have got this. Whether we like what we have or not, we've got it. What we do with it is our choice. So before I say anything, I have a quote that I want to share with you. And this is from Jim Rohn. Many of you know him. If not, he is one of the super old timers that's been around in this area of learning about your mind, soul, body connection and being in alignment and getting everything that you possibly can out of you into the world where it belongs. So he says, learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. I'm going to read that again. Learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. Thank you, Jim Rohn. That is so key. The reason I can say that is because I learned that when we forget about what we don't want and focus only on what we do want, life's a lot easier. It's easier. We dig into those changes and we move and lean into our expansion and growth. She might say, well, Madeline, all that jargon's fluffy, airy fairy. No. One of the reasons is because when you expect the best, it's what you get. When you expect the best, it's what you get. Now, I'm not going to say that that's easy. For those of you who know me and those of you who are just being introduced to me, I am no BS, no fluff. Have a little bit of edge, I'm a little bit of sass, but I've got a really big heart, and my desire is to let you know that sometimes things don't happen in our time. They happen in God's time. They happen when they're meant to happen. Are we prepared to have that brand new big house we want? If you don't have a why, it may not show up. But if you know why and what, I want that because I want to have workshops there. I want to be able to have the family there, and I want to fill it with good energy. And I want my business to thrive so I can work from there. There's so many different whys and whats. But you have, I shouldn't say but, and you want to be the best that you can be. Now, I will admit that, of course, just like Barbara said, we have our ups and downs. Honestly, truly, no matter who it is, we have ups and downs because we're human. Now, I can speak from experience. I will, and at times, more and more as I practice, things take practice, things take time, more and more as I ignore the actual environment, know what I want, the easier life becomes, the happier I am. And I wanted to talk to you also today about being happy and how that will get you in the mindset so that you have more prosperity. So we talk about energy, we talk about not rising straight to the penthouse. We want to go bit by bit. We talk about, here's 5 steps to make $30,000 in a month. Stop it. That may work for one person. It may work for you. And maybe if you follow those 5 steps, you might actually make more than that. But the reality and the no fluff part of that is that I want you to crush and dominate where you are right now. Where are you right now? And I say this to you as much as I say this for myself. Let me give you an example. Haven't been wearing contacts for almost 2 years. Had a bit of a skin condition, and it required me to take those contacts out of my eyes and simply wear glasses. Now, I could have been really unhappy about it, but I chose to say, I'm happy I can see. My mom had macular degeneration, and she always said, if you can improve your eyesight by putting glasses on, consider yourself lucky. I'm grateful. I am grateful. Do I want my contacts? Of course I do. Madeline, how does that relate to business? Here's how. Had I not come online or been speaking or been on all the podcasts and TV shows that I'm on, I would have lost all that momentum. And the real person that I am would not have been able to crush and dominate. For me, I don't compare, because of that. So happy that I could see got me through. I want to go back to the idea Be bold. When I say be bold, I mean quiet confidence. In my mind, I knew I will get there. I'm not going to stop in the middle. I'm not going to stop because of something as silly as a pair of glasses. Now, I get it. I get it. We all want to look our best. You know what? What people see is who you are, not whether you're wearing glasses or, maybe you're running around with a bag on your head. Who knows? I love to have fun. Here, let's have a little fun. Let's see. How's that? Someone sent me this because they know that I love to have fun. And the reason I say crush and dominate where you are, have fun with your life, don't let the environment pull you out of who you are, expand who you are by being happy, because it's a high frequency. It's the highest level. When we're in that frequency, what happens? Things start to work out. So I've just been through a little challenge of my own, and I did what I needed to do. I rested. During that time, because I remained as happy as possible, things just kept coming. Checks came in, invitations came in, gifts were coming in. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not all that life's about. But let's face it, that sure felt good. Where you're at right now is where you've put yourself. We do this unconsciously, subconsciously, and in that paradigm, which I'm not going to get deep into right now, but we have a paradigm that we live in. And unless we break through that paradigm, and you can tell your mind you are the boss of your brain and your mindset, things won't change. Now, I know 2020 really showed us whether or not we were warriors. And I'll be darned, we are warriors because we are here. Everyone's lost something. And everyone, whether you understand it yet or not, has gained something. Now, I'm not talking about the people who have unfortunately passed on. And my heart goes out to them. My heart runs deep. And when I speak to you, I'm speaking to you from down deep. I will never give you a 1, 2, 3, boom, you're going to make this kind of money. It doesn't work that way. But I will tell you this, that the happier that you can be in the environment that you have, the more you are going to grow, the more your business will grow, the more your relationships will grow. So recently, I have noticed that the communication that people have with each other could use sometimes some polish, because I see frustration. I see, just like Barbara was talking about, you want to stay in that positive zone. Hey, listen, including me, we can't do that 100% of the time. There's no way, because life moves. It moves in grooves, just like that beautiful music that Barbara plays. It moves in grooves, and the best way to get through it, number one, is to be honest about what's going on with you. Unless it is dire. I know people say the show must go on. However, unless it is dire, hear me, rest, step back, reassess. Reassess your 2020. Here's what I'd love for you to do. Write down anything and everything that happened in 2020 that was good for you, your business, your family. And let's talk about those communication skills. As I've gone through the year, I realized that many of us who stayed online, who did the things that we thought we could do so that we could help other people, also had our own little communication breakdowns with ourselves, right? Communication isn't just external, it's also internal. So during this time, I and many other people did the best that we could, just like you. And if your best put you in depression, or if your best made you sad, don't worry about it. That's truly another lifetime. We are now in a new space. So let's go to that communication. So an interesting illustration of this fact is when we have a message that we want to get out to people, if you find yourself complaining, you are not going to crush and dominate who you are. One thing that's important, have a place to vent. Now, I have something called a brain dump. And if any of you are interested in getting this document, it tells you exactly what to do, how to do it, let Barbara know, let us know, and I'll get that off to you. Here's what happens. When we communicate with ourselves, we can communicate with others better. So during 2020, I tried to stay as positive as possible. Here are the things that I did. Yes, I was thankful I could see. I was happy I had a roof over my head. I was happy I had food. And I was very aware of those who did not have those things. When we focus on other people, we can't think about ourselves. I overcame depression, a 2-year stint. You know how that happens? When we think about other people, and as Richard Branson says, don't quit, rest. It's a little longer than that, but that's my paraphrasing of that beautiful, beautiful quote that I love. And I have my own mentors, and I have my own places to go when I need to align myself. So that communication with self. You want to crush and dominate yourself. That's important. So I started working on certain courses and programs regarding communication, speaking, talking, the physicality of speaking, because during the year I took note. Many people, towards the middle of everything that was going on, started just slumping down. And I realized that they were feeling bad. And you know that if you just pull your shoulders back, you're going to feel better. Put your arms up and pull them back. It gives your lungs room to move. Communicate with your body. Communicate with yourself. What do you need? What do you want? Why do you want it? Crush and dominate who you are. Understand that if you are here still, there's a reason. There's a reason. Now, those of you who know me know I love high heels, but that's not why I'm here. It is a part of the fun that makes me who I am. However, there is something more. Crush and dominate yourself by getting into the communication of who you are. Now, we may never know exactly who we are. And there is no 5 steps. that are the only 5 steps or 3 steps or 30 steps that you can take that will make you who you want to be. Only you can do that. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't do things. I don't have classes or courses or coaching that don't have steps to them. But those steps are going to hit each person differently. How you communicate with yourself is how you will absorb that, the stepping. That's why I have that big red shoe on my logo. Each step brings you closer to crush and dominate who you are. Here's something that I do. It may sound silly, but this works for me. You know, I may find because our brains want to do what they want to do. And I will tell my mind sometimes, guess what? You are not the boss of me. I'm the one that gets to imagine and see my future self. So I communicate with myself on a daily basis. There are times when you're going to falter. It's okay. Now, I know that I had been very hard on myself, so my communication was a bit hard. But when I look back, I say, well, you know, you were brought up with rough communication, not lacking love, but rough communication. Now, I don't blame that. I just become aware and say, that's something that you want to look at. That's mainly a habit. That's mainly a behavior. So what I'd love for you to do and what I'd love for you to take away today, crush and dominate who you are. Your brain is not your boss. And stay happy. Do fun, silly things. Let's see if we could do this again. You know what? If something makes you happy, please do it, because out of that you will find prosperity. Happy, income, relationships. That's what I want for you. And today I am so glad that I was able to be here for you. I hope you get something out of this. And if you want to reach me, reach out to Barbara or reach out to me. I just busted a bubble. Fun. You've got to have fun, and you can't worry about what people think about it. Have fun. Be your beautiful, beautiful self, people. I'm sending you so much love. And Barbara, I love you, my friend. This woman is heartfelt and amazing. So if you are a part of these broadcasts, share it with people. Share it out, because Barbara's killing it. It's great. We're already up to what? She's up to 21,000 people plus. And we want these messages out there because we want a better world for us and for those coming after us. I know I'm playing with my hair, right? Love you guys. Love you so much. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for spending time with me. You made my day.
We're back. I'm back. Lovely Madeline. Thank you so much, lady, to remind us to have fun. I'm always saying that. Have some fun. We're going to have some fun right now because this woman I'm about to bring on. First of all, I want to be vulnerable. I'm always trying to be vulnerable because that's how you connect. That's how you connect. We make the mistakes. We learn from each other's mistakes. So I have to truly, firstly, apologize, and I'm going to tell her when she comes on. Miss Tracy Brooks, we have this wonderful queen. I always call Lady Queens. But me, not her, been trying to connect forever, ever. She texts me, she messages me with this busy woman, and she still was texting me, Barbara, to the point where she said, "Are you?" I forgot what the word is, but the word ghosting me or something like I don't know what it's called. But I was like, "Oh my God, this is bad." I had to like go back and I had to tell myself, okay, bro, get yourself together. What are you doing? This queen is talking to you. What you're not that busy. You're not that busy. So I reached out to her and I said, first of all, I apologize. And then I said, I want you to come on the show. I want us to collaborate. I want you. Yes, I do. So she's here today out of her busy schedule. I love this woman. She is, I'm telling you, she's an educator. She is helping people thrive, which we all know. I'm going to do this. You know what that means? And finances. She's helping people thrive in finances. She's an actress. She's a speaker. I mean, this woman's a celebrity. She's a celebrity. So she's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about this. But I wanted to put that out there because I don't care what you do. This is one little tip. No matter how busy and crazy it gets, I know it is. We're all trying to strive and get what we need to do in our businesses, personal life. Don't don't forget those diamonds out there. I don't want to forget. She's a true real diamond. So I didn't forget her. And she's on today. But I always got to introduce the diamonds, especially the women, right? Right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring on right after this.
Hi, Barb.
Oh my God, there she is, the queen. I know it's been long time, lady. Thank you so much.
Yes. How are you? Now, you are the diamond. Truly. I love you so much.
I, yes, you are. I'm telling you, you have been. Well, first of all, let me just tell everybody how we met. Because if people know the organization called Toastmasters, the organization to help you with your communication and leadership skills to build you up. And there's all different varieties and levels you can go to, and you can move up in leadership there, move up in your speaking, all that good stuff. Well, I met Miss Tracy, and I think it was at a conference. It was a lot of years ago with your wonderful husband, Charles, and I hope he's watching. And it seemed like we just kind of connected. It's just like, we introduced ourselves because we were sitting at a table together. I remember this, that's coming here. It was coming. We were sitting at a table all together, you, me, your husband, and some other people, and we were at a conference at Toastmasters. And I just kind of introduced myself, and you said hello. We kind of talked a little bit here and there, and then we just got connected. And then I reminded you, I said, wait a minute. You were the girl that was on the show that I used to watch a long time ago. And I was like, wait, this is a celebrity. She's Candy. She's
That's
Candy.
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I remember. So,
Yes. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, she speaks so well. I want to be like her when I grow up.
oh my God. And I'm looking at you the same manner. It's funny how we think each other, we're kind of thinking the same thing, right?
Exactly.
So
Thank you so much.
no problem, no problem. So please, this is, like I said, I like to bring the diamonds on. This is the new show that we have. It's been 2 months. And just the biggest thing, my mission is to always make sure that you get that exposure, that people get to know who you are. So Tracy, tell them who you are, because I want them to know all the goods. I just did just a little. You got to give them the good stuff.
It's so funny. I remember years ago when I was like 6 years old, my mother used. Can you hear me now? I think we froze a minute.
Oh, we froze. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You're back.
Okay. But my mom used to say, don't be afraid to ask people who they are and what they do. And most people can tell you what they do, but they rarely can tell you who they are. So who's Tracy Brooks? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a sister. I'm an aunt. I'm a daughter. I actually love life. I'm a woman of God. I'm a woman of faith. I'm a friend. And I'm an evangelist. I'm a minister of the gospel. So with all those things of who that make up who I am, what I've done, a plethora of things. I'm grateful to God for that. I have 2 earned master's degrees. I've gone through a doctoral program in education. I've taught in higher ed for over 30 years, which I love. I guess it's in the DNA. As you've noted, I've been on television for, I think it ran about 7 years in The Awakening as Candy. And I did win that fight. If there's anybody out there, I won that fight between me and Marquita. Just want you to know, just for the record.
I always wanted to know that.
I'm a John Maxwell certified life coach, and I'm using all those skills in the financial services industry, building entrepreneurs, and I'm loving it. I'm loving life. I've asked God to show me how do I use those skills, including my little comedic Mama Hightower. So that's hilarious. Been doing that for years since my kids were little. But I'll share that with you a little bit later. But that's a little bit of who I am, and I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started because I love helping people, and I love building entrepreneurs and helping people to understand that they can do all things through Christ. They can do all things, that all things are possible, and you can absolutely have the best life possible. And it all starts between the ears.
I'm loving it. And I like how you said that, Tracy, because I'm always telling people that, active listening is the key. Active listening is the key. And that's why the old saying goes, that's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So we need to shut this sometime, even though we're speakers. And I know we get in trouble sometime because we want to, speak too. But the biggest thing in communication is really listening and hearing what somebody's saying, because that's where you get all the good stuff. And that's the stuff that you learn, and it goes into your heart. And like you're doing, you're helping financially. I mean, you're talking about all the hats you do. I was like, dang, I just listed like 3 things. She has like 20 other things after you're a mother and you're a wife and, everything else besides what you do with your business. So can you give everybody just a little bit of how to kind of start off? Because I know with finances, some people don't like talking about it, because especially if they're not where they're at, where they want to be. I know for myself a while ago, I used to be kind of like, when people start saying, oh, you need to invest in this and that, and you have your money, and I kind of bagged back a little bit, because I knew that I was like, do they know that I'm dealing in some debt right now? I don't want to talk about it. It's kind of like you're on the side. So how do you help people kind of really feel a little bit better and then move them forward?
Well, first of all, I encourage people to have an open heart and an open mind. A lot of times that's our vulnerable spot, is our finances, because we don't want anyone to know about it. But how can we get help? Just like when you go to the doctor, the only way they're going to help you is if you let them know your history. They'll first start asking you about your family history, your medical history. So that way they can get a record of that. Same thing with our finances, being open and honest about your history. I taught a class at a community college a couple of years ago on finance, and a lot of young adults, particularly, had no idea what their budget was for the week. They would spend $20 here at just getting, at a convenience store. They would just blow $100 here, $300 on gym shoes, whatever. But then when you add it up, I had them add up what they would spend in a week and then what they would spend in a month. They were blown away because they never kept up with what they spent. And that's for anybody. When you're able to keep up with your spending habits and see what those spending habits are, that's the first step. And then it's making a decision. What do I want to do? Are you comfortable with those NSFs? Are you comfortable with bad credit? Are you comfortable? And a lot of times it's about being uncomfortable and doing something different. If you do what you've always done, you're going to continue to have what you've always had. So it's crazy to think that you're going to do something. If you don't do something different, you're going to continue with the habits that you've always had. So It all starts with recognition, recognizing that you need help, and then putting pen to paper and looking at your finances. And then once you're doing that, don't beat yourself up. That's what we often do. Oh, I just don't do this well. I just don't know how to do. We use a lot of excuses of what we don't know. Okay, fine. We've established that you don't know how to do certain things because they don't teach this in school. Did you realize that? They really don't teach you how money works.
So right.
And so what we do with my company, we teach you the basics rules of the money game.
Mm-hmm.
We teach you how the wealthy stay wealthy. And everyone has the same access.
Mm-hmm.
See, if we don't have information, it's going to work against us. Even the word of God says, to whom much is given, much is required. So once you know some information, it's important to do something with it. Not just say, oh, okay, but actually do something with it. So that's where you start, is get a mentor. I suggest everyone to get a mentor. Now, my mentor, my coach, Matt Zapala, amazing. He and his wife, they coach us, and I am at a wonderful place now than I was last year and even several years ago. So, but that's where you start, is recognizing where you are and looking for a mentor. And I'll be happy to share resources with you as well.
Awesome. Yes, it's so important. I think everybody should have at least, I mean, myself, I have like 2, 3 mentors right now in different areas of my life, because I have a mentor that helps me with my coaching for speaking, and then I have a mentor for my finances, and then I just have a mentor just in general to kind of just be that tough love to say, okay, Barbara, I see you did it. Maybe you need to tweak this, or I don't know if you want to go that route. That's not your brand. So they kind of help me get me back when I get really excited about stuff sometimes. So you're so right, Trace. You need to have that mentor, especially in finances, especially in finances. And I think you started off with the mindset and feeling that uncomfortable, because it seems like when you feel uncomfortable, like I always tell people, even if you have something on that's too tight or too loose and you feel uncomfortable, you keep moving around and you keep like, oh, this is not working, so what do? Either you're going to keep doing that and look crazy, or you're going to take it off and say, I just need something else that's going to fit better. So the same thing with your finances. If you keep, if it's going to keep making you squeal a little bit here and there, you need to do something about it.
You absolutely do. And, I really want people to understand that our finances, it's emotional, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's emotional. But guess what? Emotion can breed motion if you allow it to, right? Yeah, it's emotional. But what are you going to do about it? Let it motivate you to do something.
Mm-hmm.
See, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything.
Yes.
If you do nothing about it, then nothing will come from it.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to start taking the steps to do something. So what I do is I help people in the financial services industry. I build entrepreneurs in the area of life insurance and annuities. But we're builders. It's not just a practice. See, anyone can have a practice, which is fine if that's what they want to do. But in the long run, you'll have burnout. But when you begin to build teams and you're helping people to get covered in life insurance, you're helping people to in retirement services, you're helping people to understand annuities, you're helping people to understand that, life insurance is not just for when you pass away. And unfortunately, a lot of Black and brown communities especially have that mindset because that's all we've been taught. But this is how the wealthy stay wealthy, is through life insurance. The younger you are, then I tell you, when you use the products in the right way, you can be a millionaire by the time they're our age, So it's very, very important to understand that life insurance is so very important, especially in our community where illnesses is on the rampage, right? We have the stores that we shop at many times are, the foods are terrible. So consequently, we end up having illnesses. So what life insurance does especially the company that I'm working with. It's a marketing brokerage firm. It's a financial firm where our carriers, we represent over 30 different carriers. So with that said, all of our carriers have what's called living benefits. Some people have never heard of it. It's only been around for about 15 years. So people that have had policies, for example, for about 20 years or more, they don't have living benefits. And you may say, well, what is that? I'm glad you asked. Living benefits, Barb, that says, heaven forbid something happens to you. Not that you pass away, but that you simply become ill, right? So whether it's COVID-19 complications or a heart attack or stroke or lupus or something that's going to stop you from doing 2 out of the 6 daily living activities. Like, for example, someone needs to help you with bathing. You need help transferring from the bed to the chair, or you need help eating, dressing, things like that. Well, what our carriers do, all 32 of them, they will issue to you, advance you 50 to 90% of your death benefit. Accelerate it to your bank account. You can use it however you want to use it. It's tax-free and you do not have to pay it back. Now, that's the financial cushion that's missing, especially from our communities. Because what happens when we get sick? First thing we do is we go to GoFundMe. We exhaust our ministries, right? Our family, our friends. First thing to go is your bank account when you get sick, right? And even if you're on Medicare or Medicaid, that doesn't take care of 100% many times. So this is one of the things that that happens. This is where we try to help people to understand through financial literacy how to have a healthy foundational house. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we just sit down with them through Zoom in 15, 20-minute increments and share information with them. And that's what we do. And that's why I don't have to clock in anywhere. Thank you, Jesus.
That's the nice thing.
Right, it's a business. And the platform is already there. The system is already laid out. And it's duplicatable. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that we're helping so many people
yes,
to live and to have a better quality of life.
Creating a great impact, Tracy, great impact. Now, I was saying too that with what you do, not just to show people, how to deal with their finances and look for different avenues and tools and vehicles, like you said, like the insurance to help them out. But you also, if people want to become an entrepreneur in what you do, they can do that as well, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very lucrative and it's from home. Yes. If they're interested in coming aboard, we're looking for partners. And you don't have to have a background in finance. My background is in English. I got my education is in education. So it doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter how much you know. People, like they once said, people don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. And insurance industry is a people business. It is absolutely a people business. You don't have to have a PhD in it. Now, if you want to have a public high school diploma, PhD, no problem. We can teach you as you go.
I like that. That was a good spin. I like that, Tracy.
So many people I've met from all walks of life. I don't care. They may be police officers, actresses, homeowners, all just everybody. Some of every nurses, some of everyone is part of our industry. And I'll say this too. You don't have to give up your full-time job. You can do this part-time until you're ready to walk and do this full-time. So that's what I did. I was teaching at a community college and I did this part-time. So I was getting paid. You do license by the state. We're in 49 states, including Puerto Rico. So people that want to partner with us, they can do that. They don't have to give up their full-time job, not at all, or their part-time job. You can do this on the side. We help you to get licensed. You must get licensed by the state, however. We give you the training tools, the study guides, the study tools. And then when you're ready to get licensed, yes, there is a fee for that. And there is a fee to enroll. It's only $199 one time. Yes, it's just $199, and you make that backhand over fist after you get licensed and start helping people.
Awesome. So this is some good stuff. I like this. In fact, you give me an idea now. I think I need a section here on the show, just talking about finances, maybe on every other week or a weekly basis. So we might have to talk.
Great. That would be great.
Because I think that I'm always looking, like I said, the biggest thing for the show is giving people awareness, information that can help them with, and just to uplift them in motivation. So those are three keys that I'm always looking for. So in every area of your life, finance is an area of your life. So it's much needed to get that moving and understanding the different tips or whatever you got to do to get to it. So Tracy, this is awesome. Any last words with to the listeners before we take off?
Sure. And I just also wanted to say, even if anyone is interested in coming in, we do a lot of leadership development, personal development. That's like 90% of it. So that way you can understand and learn how to process issues quicker. And you're being taught by the CDO, the Chief Distribution Officer in all of PHP Coast to Coast, Matt Sapala. So that is in itself is just, it's just worth it. So worth it. I do want Mama Hightower to say hello to you.
Oh,
so,
okay. We got Mama coming.
Yeah, so this is Mama Hightower, yo. So, she just wants to say, hi, y'all. And y'all be hearing from her too real soon now, baby. She loves y'all, okay?
Oh, Mama came. Thank you, Mama. Love you, Mama. See, I knew Miss Mama was coming. I was like, when's she coming? I know there was going to be a special guest. So thank you, Mama.
Yeah, so she's doing some things too. She's really big on broken East language. She's helping people to understand when you hear people say, ain't got, I can't get, I ain't got this, I just can't get. Oh, yeah, she's real big on that. She helps you to understand, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And because our words are power. Our words are the power of the tongue.
Yes.
So that is another thing that I'm very, very passionate about in helping people to understand. Because where we are today, financially, educationally, emotionally, spiritually, is because of what has come out of our mouths. So, yeah, I just wanted to that was my last nugget to let people know. Be careful of what you say, because you absolutely have what you say.
Yes. Oh, thank you for saying that. I say that all the time, Tracy. So you just drop the mic on that. Remember, your words are powerful. They are so powerful. So, Tracy, thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, we're going to have to bring you on again and let's do some talk about this, because what you're talking about, what you do and what you bring, because you're bringing such a good impact, especially in the financial arena and everything that you do, period. And I just love you. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes. So we're coming back. So Tracy, you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. You'll see Tracy again. Just let everybody know.
See you later. Bye-bye.
I told you she's awesome, Miss Queen. And I love Mama. I'm glad Mama came on. I'm glad Mama Hightower came on. I was like, I know she's supposed to be coming on. When is she coming? I was like a little kid wanting to see her. But thank you, Tracy, so much. We are going to bring her back on. We're going to do some talking because it is important. Finance, we just got to get that mindset together with the finances. Doesn't matter if you're okay. This is an old saying. You're probably gonna laugh at me right now. Tore up from the floor up with your finances. You need to understand that and know that something could be done about it. But you have to take the first step. No one else is going to take the first step. You have to take the first step, and just don't beat yourself up, because you know what that does? It just prolongs taking that first step. So just make sure, like Tracy said, because she had a lot of good gold nuggets there, is that first of all, words are powerful. When you put it out there, it comes back to you, and you don't want it to come back the way you put it out. Like if you say, I don't have nothing, I'm not going to make nothing, I'm not going to be nothing. Well, you know what? All this going to come right back to you. You're not going to have none. You're not going to be none. You don't want that. You're too special. What I'm always talking about within you, your PPD, your purpose, passion, and drive. That's your foundation. Stand on that. Know who you are. I can't say that enough. So even with your finances and whatever you're seeing now, don't look at what you see now. Look what could become. So with that, I just love everybody. This Friday we're here. It's a wrap, as they say. But we will be back on Monday with Iqbal. He's our expert on Mondays. And then we have, let me see here, because I know my Mondays switched. Oh yeah. Then we have Mr. Harlan McMath. He's going to be coming on talking about some like law kind of enforcement type of things. He gives a little slew on the laws and everything. So come on in. Like I said, get the information, get the skills, and remember always. I'm going to put this back up again. Know that you got this. Whatever's going on in your life, you got it. You got it within you. Don't worry about all that in around. You know, I always talk about the earthquakes and the floods and the storms that's happening, the pandemic. We could throw that out there. Don't look at that. Look at what's in here. And I will see you all on Monday. Bye.